Hi there, it's Edie K, and welcome to another episode of Edie K TV, another Monday motivation for you. Yesterday, Sunday, November 3rd, was a new moon, Scorpio new moon, actually. And the other cool thing is that it was also a total eclipse. In a nutshell, what it means, what it signifies is a really powerful time for us to let go of attachments or let go of something that isn't good for us, and we're going to release it. So I was talking to a really good friend of mine about this, and we were trying to come up with what it was that we needed to let go of. They gave you some examples of what it could be, and I was reading the examples off to my friend, and one of them said, you can let go of a person that's bad for you, or a negative or a thought pattern that you have about money that you know is holding you back. And he stops me right there and he's like, okay, I think that's the one I need to focus on. And I said, okay, well, what do you think that negative thought pattern is? And he said, I think that it's never enough, that money, there's never enough money. And then this look came over his face right after he said that, and he's like, oh my gosh, I have that thought, I think, about everything. And he kind of had this epiphany in this moment, this really humbling epiphany for him, that he really carried this sense of it's never enough to more than just money in his life, to all these other areas in his life. And he said, I know for sure I feel that way about myself. I'm never enough. It's never good enough. I'm never good enough. But he said, but I can see now in this moment for the first time that I look at my kids that way, that I'm putting that on my children, that I'm putting that on my spouse. And just the weight of that recognition in that moment was really powerful. He said, imagine being around me with this energy I'm giving off, with this expectation that I'm giving off to all the people around me, including myself, that it's never good enough, that it's never enough. And he said, that's just horrible. I don't want to do that anymore. That's definitely the one thing that I want to release. So that was really cool, and really cool for him in that moment. Here's the thing. You can do this today without the new moon, without the solar eclipse behind it. We can do this whenever we want to. And if we're willing, and if we're ready to even just ask ourselves a question, pause long enough today to ask yourself the question, what is something, who is someone that I am holding on to that I know is not good for me? What is this thing, whether it's a food or a drink or, again, a person or a thought pattern that we know is holding us back and keeping us stuck? And then imagine your life. Imagine how you're going to feel when you give that up. Most people don't even take the time to identify these types of things in their life. They just kind of don't want to think about it, don't want to do the hard work to get to the other side of it. And I can say that because I've done it too. I've done it in several areas of my life. But once I make a decision to make that change, to let that go, when I've done that in the past, huge relief on the other side. I want to be something else. I want to have other things in my life that can't come to me as long as I'm hanging on to this person, or as long as I'm hanging on to this thing that's blocking the good stuff from coming in. So I hope that you will take the time today or sometime this week to really think about that, and to come up with what it is for you that you need to release, what it is for you that you've been holding on to that you know is keeping you stuck, and what it is that you're going to commit to letting go today. I'm Edie K. Thanks for watching and listening, and I look forward to talking to you next week.